Welcome to businessforthecore.com. I am Corey Place. This week with my post I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about my feelings on a story that was brought to my attention. It was broadcasted on NPR on a little segment that they have called Hearing Voices. The person reading the book on there is also the author of the book. The book is called Prisoner of Zion. The author is Scott Carrier, who is a journalism professor at Utah Valley University. It was a very, very interesting little segment. It's about 52 minutes long. It was basically one story and with a bunch of little mini stories intertwined into it. And just to start off, first of all, this isn't something typically that I listen to. I don't really listen to NPR, but with everything that the professor that I have who recommended this story to me, Phil, everything he's shown me thus far has been great. So that's why I decided to watch it and also to do a blog post on it. Basically, a little synopsis of the bits and pieces that Scott Carrier reads on this, on Hearing Voices. It's basically, after 9/11, he is a journalist and he goes to Afghanistan and he ends up meeting a 19-year-old boy named Najee and hires him to be his translator. And they, experience a couple things together. I don't know if he clarified or not how long he was in Afghanistan, but then he ends up, building a friendship with him, and Scott Carrier comes back to Utah, is where he lives, and he's not LDS, but he kind of goes through a couple things, talks about a couple different things that have happened in his life, and things he's noticed about the Mormon religion and being saturated in Mormons in Utah and him not being LDS himself. So that's actually another great part of the story. And so him and Najee keep in contact through telephone, and through one of their conversations Najee tells Scott that it's no longer safe for a translator there. It's extremely dangerous, and Scott basically tells him, like, hey, you should write a letter to Utah Valley University and see if you can get accepted there to be a student so you can come here and study in this school, and you'll obviously be a lot safer and stuff. So Scott reviews his letter before Najee sends it to Utah Valley University, and it's very broken English, and he has to really focus on to get the stories out, but he says the story is just amazing. And obviously with him going through everything he has in his life, it obviously would be. So without editing it at all, he takes it to UVU, and not only do they accept him as a student, but they offer Scott Carrier a job as well, and that's not really what he wanted to do, but he ended up doing it regardlessly. And so he ended up getting a job, and Najee came, and basically it's like a fairy tale ending. Everything ends great, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but so I really think you should listen to it. But basically my feelings on it, I've never really heard a story like this before, but it was just so powerful, and not only was the meaning great, but the writing was actually really, really, really good. He used such great adjectives, and it painted a perfect picture in my mind. And I'm really not even a big reader, and listening to him on NPR, he didn't have a monotone voice, very, very easy to follow, very intriguing. And I loved the fact about it how there was like 3 or 4 different little intertwining stories with this one story, and they're all motivational and very inspiring. It kind of makes me feel like, no matter what you're put through, you can always do, as long as you strive, you can always accomplish what you set out to do. So that was very, very good for me to listen to, and I really do recommend listening to it. It goes by super quick. 50 minutes seems like 5, and it really is just a great and amazing story. But anyway, I'm going to put a link down below this video so you can get straight to it. And that's all I have for this week. So thank you. Bye.